So Brennan's just found a group of friends to talk to, and here they are. Okay, so
Got some
guys,
friends, Lindsay.
amazing. And so ladies and gentlemen, we're in Dundas Square because we're finding out what people think about opera singers and what they look like and what they sound like and where they're from and all that. So what do you guys think?
They sing very loud and
They do.
Italian man or like European person that's like, I don't know, is wearing a suit.
I would have to say Beethoven. It's not over until the fat lady sings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to give us their best impersonation of an opera singer?
La 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 la.
If you have a structured settlement and you need cash now, call.
Good afternoon and welcome to Delish. So here we are in the middle of Yonge and Dundas Square, and I'm joined by Canadian mezzo-soprano Jean Stilwell. Jean, welcome to the program.
thank you very much.
So Jean, how does it feel to be in the middle of Yonge and Dundas Square and not on a stage?
Completely surreal, completely weird and concrete. How often do we perform on concrete slabs?
I know, with
honestly,
supernumeraries who
with
don't...
grades.
No, they're supernumeraries.
And how long have we waited for this weather?
I know, right?
The worst winter ever.
Ever. Ever.
I'm basking. This is just wonderful.
Okay, so what do you do in your spare time when you're not singing?
What spare time?
Okay.
I'm sleeping, Lindsay. I'm sleeping. I'm up at 2:50 a.m.
Oh, right. Now, of course, let's talk about this.
Okay.
So one of the things that Jean Stilwell does on her off time is she's a radio personality for 96.3 FM. Good morning, GTA.
Good day, GTA.
Good day, GTA.
Good day.
And so tell us about morning show.
Well, I'm in. It'll be 7 years this August that I've been doing this.
Holy cats.
And this is the new classical 96.3 FM. And I co-host it with Mike Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
And I get up at 2:50 a.m. 5 days a week. And then Mike picks me up at 3. Listen, I got these times right down.
I'm sure you do.
3:40. We're out the door. We're at Liberty Village by 4:40. No, 3:40. Then I start work and getting stories off the internet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everything I want to talk about with the listeners, because you have to know who your listeners are.
Yeah.
And things that I think might be interesting to talk about, different things at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
And then we're live at 5 a.m. and we go till 10.
Wow. Okay, so how did you find going from being a stage singer to a studio speaker? Like, was there some kind of adjustment you had to make from being the one being watched to now putting someone else in that position?
Well, it's the biggest adjustment I've ever made, and
Really?
it's still an ongoing process, even after 7 years. It's so different performing for people, and rehearsing and knowing the right things to say with the medium of radio.
Okay,
I mean,
so how is that different than?
Coming out of a piece of classical music and knowing what to say in the time frame that I have. Like, I'll do a story in between pieces of music, and Mike will always say, "Come on, wrap it up," because I want to keep talking.
Right.
But I have only so much time.
Right.
Right. So you have to find the right words in the right amount of time, and you have to sound down to earth, like you're in someone's kitchen. And people have a very, very intimate relationship with you,
Right.
because we are what you listen to while you're doing other things.
Isn't that bizarre that you have this intimate relationship with all kinds of people and you've never met them?
Yeah, but you know what? When I do fundraisers or when I'm performing, people come up to me and go, "Oh, it's amazing to see what you actually look like. It's amazing to put a face to a voice."
Okay, can we just talk about that for a minute? One of the things that is, there's so many things that are fascinating about you, but one of the things that is so fascinating about you is that you have such a striking presence, and you don't fit the stereotype of an opera singer. I think a lot of people think that opera singers are probably heavier set or I don't know. I think people have a very specific idea about what an opera singer looks like.
Right.
And do you think you fit the stereotype of an opera singer?
you know something? Mostly in Wagner opera, which requires a massive orchestra, massive emotions.
Yeah.
You get emotional people, and they eat.
Yeah.
You know, it's an outlet. So I don't know very many Wagnerian singers who are this big. It's impossible, right?
It is impossible.
But now, when I sing Verdi, I purposely gain 10 pounds.
Really?
But when I sing Carmen, which is a lighter orchestra, then I can lose it and I can work with it. But if I have a big, huge, heavy-set tenor who's going to throw me around on the stage, then I need to be really grounded and strong and big.
Okay.
So I've actually lost my breath in Act 4 in Carmen, where I'm killed because the tenor was so muscular, and I said, "Work with me, throw me."
Yeah.
But you know, it can be a little bit much when you're less weight.
Okay. Jeannie,
Yes.
we're about to be visited by Brennan. Hi, Brennan.
Hi, Lindsay. How are
And
you
now
doing?
I'm doing very
my
well.
God.
Oh dear, Brennan, this is Jean.
Hi, Brennan.
Jean, it's very nice to meet you.
Hi.
Where have you been hiding her?
Isn't that cute? You know, such a young thing saying that to such an older person.
Oh, come on. You're saying 28 is old? Give me a break.
Exactly. Exactly. Born in 69. Born in.
Born when you felt the youngest.
That's exactly.
Brennan, would you mind? May I have one?
Yes, you may. They were just actually brewing a fresh one for you, but I
Oh.
saw
Oh,
the
what,
guest you were
this isn't
speaking
fresh?
to. Oh, no, very fresh. The freshest.
Thank you,
The last
Brennan.
of the freshest.
Brandon, you know what? You don't have to get hurt or anything. You can just.
Well,
I know it's very sexist of me. It's terrible. Terrible. I hate men like that, right?
Okay, let's
I
talk
am
about Te
sick.
Aro for a moment. So
Te Aro.
Te Aro is a fabulous coffee shop. And so tell us about, now where is it?
Okay.
It's located at
Queen
East.
and Carlaw.
Queen and
It's
Carlaw.
just east of Carlaw on Queen Street East.
Right.
And it's in the neighborhood of Leslieville, which is just such a I've lived there, well, for 13 years.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I've lived on one street in and about to move into my third place on this street.
We must
But
really love
but Te Aro, it's around the corner from me, so convenience is big. But the most important thing is the coffee. They roast their own beans. Te Aro is a place in New Zealand, which is where these people are from.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And now I've got a neighborhood in Te Aro. You know, I know so many people there, and there's something quite nice about that.
There is, and it has the actual coffee shop is so lovely.
Yes.
It has such a lovely community vibe.
Yes.
About it, a very artsy vibe.
Yes, and it was a car garage.
Oh, was it
right?
really?
With the windows going
Yes,
down.
yes,
like
yes,
with
of course.
You know, and those come up, and they've got. It's just the nicest people, and every single solitary barista there is a sweetheart.
Oh, bless.
And so the owners know how to hire.
Okay. And they take care of their guests, obviously.
They do, and they've got new cooks there, a new baker.
Oh.
She's unbelievable, Lisa.
Okay.
Look at those
And
are
so
my
now,
favorite
yes.
cookies.
And so yes, exactly. So tell us what we're eating.
Okay, this one is a breakfast cookie.
Okay.
And it doesn't have any chocolate chips in it, which the gypsy cookies do.
Oh dear.
But these are entirely gluten-free.
Oh, you're kidding.
And these have a different kind of flour. Lisa will kill me because I can't remember it, but whatever.
That is a delicious latte.
It's spectacular.
Delish.
The best. They roast their own beans, and they now have a place, their own warehouse. It's called Pilot Coffee.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they sell their coffee there, and it's freshly roasted. They only leave it on the shelf for 7 days, and then they
Oh, you're
pull it.
kidding.
I'm not kidding.
All right. Well, cheers.
They never have to
Cheerio.
do that, right?
Cheerio.
Cheers. It's awesome coffee.
All right. So let's have a cookie. Which one are you going to have?
Well, I'm going to break off a piece of the breakfast cookie because I've already had a gypsy cookie.
Did you have a gypsy cookie already today? All right. Fine.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to break off a piece of a gypsy cookie.
So good.
Amaze balls.
Right?
All right. Let's have another table topic.
Okay. Standing by.
Would you go topless at a topless beach, Jean?
No.
Okay.
Next question.
Going by, try to get some
Whoa.
shell.
I always wonder if people can see through the windows, though. But I think
Oh.
sheer curtains work.
Oh.
Hi, Brennan.
Jane?
What's going on?
Not much. Just want to come by and see how you guys were doing.
Have you ever sung opera?
Have I ever sung opera? All the time on my no.
What does that sound like?
What does opera sound like?
Can you make it sound for us like an opera singer? May I touch your arm?
Yes, you may.
Oh my God.
An opera sound singer.
Deep
Well,
breath.
I
Deep
do all my
breath.
singing in the shower, so I don't know how well it's
It's a
gonna
great,
come out
great
here.
acoustic.
The acoustics, you know that. I don't know if this is the best environment, but
Isn't that awful of me to ask you to do that?
absolutely not at all, not at all. I'm confident in my abilities.
You are?
I will tell you what. You
What?
give me an example of what an opera sounds like, and I'll do my best.
Back
imitation.
at me, right? I deserve that.
Well, I mean, I want to learn for the best, right? Oh!
That's terrible.
Okay. Well, sorry. I should.
But
stick
so
to
was
waiting,
mine
right?
because I haven't sung in
My goodness,
forever.
that sounded like so magical. I was blown away.
no, it-
Would you give us a phrase of Carmen?
No.
Okay.
Because then you would ask me to recite that phrase in front of me, right?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, Lindsay, I will.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
was
the real
incredible.
deal.
I haven't sung in a long time.
Well done.
I miss it.
That was very, very well done. I have to say, I am now very confident in my abilities in waiting. And I think that's where I'll stay.
You know what? I think you have a future. No, I don't know. I was saying it to a friend the other day. How did that happen?
Bless. What was your most rewarding singing engagement?
Oh, Lindsay. Oh, you know, doing Carmen is just a wonderful thing, because you come to any opera company anywhere in the world, and you automatically become this elevated human being, because you are the title role,
Right.
and they need you for publicity reasons. They need you to be on a platform, because you do all these interviews and anything, but at the end of the day, you get to be this extraordinary woman who's so powerful, and you get to tell a story and go through all these different emotions. You get to make choices and negotiate with the director and conductor. But then I did Xerxes by Handel in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and the audience, the passion of these Brazilians and the top ranks just shouting and screaming, and I just, these things are so rewarding when you do the work and get it back, right? And meaty roles, right?
So, what do you admire in Carmen?
The woman, who she is, who she was. Because a lot of people say this was a liberated woman, but she was not. Her husband was a Romi, a gypsy. She worked for him. In the original play, she worked for him. She went out and she seduced the soldiers because she was hot, she could dance, right? But she was feisty and she was angry, and she could, she was intelligent, ferocious. But at the end of the day, she came home and she brought it home and she gave it to her Romi, her husband.
How would you say that you and Carmen are alike?
Maybe anger, maybe a fierce need to be free, to be honest, to believe in something.
Are there ways then that you're different?
Yes, she believed in the cards for her future.
Okay.
She believed wholeheartedly in what the cards told her. She knew that Don Jose, her love interest, was going to kill her.
Could you imagine?
I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
So we're getting ready to wrap up. So what is it that you would like the world to know about Jean Stilwell?
What I'd like the world to know about me? I don't think I can reach the world, but I know what you mean.
Because
the thing that I like that is the truth,
Well, I speak from my experience with you. I think you've absolutely nailed everything that you've ever wanted to be. You're an incredibly compassionate woman, an incredibly kind woman.
Thank you.
Extraordinarily talented, very generous with your soul, your mind. Thank you for joining us here in the middle of Dundas.
Thank this whole crew. You guys are awesome.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
It's absolutely been a pleasure to
And-
sit down with you. And thank you for your candid response. You're an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for inviting me, my best girlfriend.
Thank you very much. Stay tuned for the next episode of Delish.
Cut.